From Brunswick, Camino Seco, and Tucson, we're here for the title match of the Best in the West tournament, our first major of the new season. Kevin Liu is the top seed, but he's got to beat Jaden Mabry, who's on a roll, by 38 pins to tie, 39 to win. This is going to be Mabry up in the 7th frame already.
I didn't have those today.
And right now, Mabry trails by only 8, so Liu's got a lot of making up to do in the last couple frames. To their right, the scratch match is a little bit earlier. That's a 4th frame spare for top seed Keith Fung. Going against Austin Muldoon, who has been on fire in this stepladder, winning 2 3-player matches to get to this point. Austin still looking for that elusive first career title, as are both Jaden and Kevin, while Fung, one of the early runners for Bowler of the Year, with 7 career titles to his name and 1 already this season. 9 spares in a row for Austin. They're bowling on different patterns. This is the long pattern, so he's deep inside. Oh man, a rocking solid 10. Meanwhile, Mabry recovers from a 2 count of all things by getting the spare. Don't get a 2 spare on camera very often. She blasted 166 scratch last game to defeat William Robbins and Katie Mace. William went German, could not catch a break, went 9.999. Mabry up quickly in her 8th while Muldoon shoots his spare on lane 8. She does that little leg kick. She didn't do it hard enough, or she would have got that Brooklyn to fall over. Will trail by 9. She makes this spare. And that's on the short pattern. All the left lanes are Wolf, very short and flat. All the right lanes are on a Brunswick pattern called the Max, very long and right. U17 already went to Dio Bernard in a rematch of the handicap TPC match. She beat Dawson Reese again. Abby Franklin and Stephanie Tuala both doubled in the 10th again in the girls series. That's what happened last time, except this time Abby was the winner. 177 to 172. There, finally. See, totally different ball, totally different line on that short pattern. Muldoon knows what he's doing. He is determined. 223 the first game over Brian Van Sickle and Dio Bernard. 255 the second game over Kyle Duster and Jacob Murky. Jacob with a fine performance as well. Liu is the top seed by virtue of a tiebreaker over Robbins. And he got a tough spare to shoot out, which he makes. Nice job at that spare. After 15 games and just oodles of available bonus pins, they managed to tie at plus 516. Liu had the higher game throughout those 15 games, so here in the #1 spot, which is a big break when it's a 2-way match instead of a 3-way match. Liu has an U17 win, but no wins in the big divisions. Has to make up some pins here. Boy, instead 6 spare 6. Ouch. $700 on top this weekend, thanks to some great sponsors. Great host this week. First time to the Camino Seco in quite a while. Way out east in Tucson. We are basically in western El Paso. I should have not left last weekend. Or El Paso is far east Tucson. Well, 2 real nice conversions there to go Durbin spare, bucket spare. That's not easy to do at all, but he might need more than that to get back in this match. Big shot for Mabry because she's on the spare. And Fung gets the light hit to rattle. You see how different they are. Both bowlers are using a urethane ball and using an extreme outside line on the right, on the left rather. Both bowlers using a reactive ball and a deep inside line on the right lane. 6 is not bad. That could have been a lot less than that. If they trade 6 counts the rest of the way, Jaden wins. It's as simple as that. She disappeared. I think she's tying her shoe. She's down there somewhere, I promise.
There she is. She popped out.
Also, Fung makes the first statement with the first double of this match. Austin can match him right here and bring it back to a 2-pin game. A lot of loft. Oh, man. Look out. Oh, man. That was one of those light ball misses. That looked perfect, but the ball must have deflected left of the 8-pin. She's open in the 9th, and there's a glimmer for Liu. If she opens again, that's 132, which means Lou would need 170 to tie, and Lou can strike out for 173. So a mark wins for Mabry. She's liked this short pattern. Good ball. Great ball. Wow. How clutch is she? She doubled in the 10th, and they were no doubters just like that one, and that one's going to win herself best in the West. My goodness. Here's Austin for the lead. Oh, man. Austin's carry has been excellent on this pair, but not in this match. As another ringing 10-pin on the short. He wanted that one, obviously. And another, wow. Strike solid 9, it's not going to matter. This is her hometown, and that's a winner's smile right there.
She doesn't know.
I think she's got a hint. Big brother Josh just bowled his first JBT 300 out in California, so a great couple weeks of JBT bowling for the Mabrys. I believe she's being informed by the bigger guys. Can't take away from an outstanding weekend from Lou. He's going to get those titles too, but Jaden, as tough as they come.
Oh my.
Boy, another ball that he wants to carry, but just a very weak 10-pin that way. You see Austin's 10-pin, the 6 just accelerated around the corner of the 10. That one, the 6 just laid down dead in the channel. Tough to lose from the top seed no matter what, but especially in a major after 15 games, you kind of got to win it one more time. That's bowling. It's going to be a 20-pin win, but he needed a 38. Well, they are each clean with the double. They have not blinked on their spares, and they both continue to do so. Nice high-level match between both of these bowlers. These guys are good, and these lanes are tough. You gotta be so versatile to play the exact opposite line. Now, Keith was the higher seed, and he thought for a long time as to which lane to start on. That usually matters because whoever starts first also finishes last, and that's usually the main choice being made. But in this case, you got to take that into account, but also which pattern you want to finish on. So he has chosen to finish on the short. That doesn't surprise me. Very comfortable at this angle. Trust it out. But after all that complete disaster on the spare, the 4 counts. Count them. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Well, what do? The more that you go for it, the more count you risk blowing. But do you need it to stay in the match?
I thought he had the spare.
Well, a disgusted Keith Fung, the body language tells the story. Here is a guy who has paid his dues on tour, struggled his first year in scratch, much better results last year, top 5s here and there, and now a chance for a breakthrough from Old Inn. The best Fung can do is 210. Austin at a 206 pace, so anybody's match. Contain the nerves and just do what you've been doing for the last hour and a half. Wow, and a second consecutive monster break. Last time was a pure Brooklyn, that time right through the nose. Not only is that a strike on the scoreboard, but that is a strike through the heart of Fung, who had to watch that right after he goes nose and gets 4. Austin goes nose and gets 10. Yikes. If we can strike here, he will need at worst a mark in the 10th to win. Oh these guys who do this every week know that these opportunities do not come around very often.
Good ball!
Yes! And destroys that rack. Confident shot from a determined looking Muldoon. He's an entirely different bowler. He's got the game face on today. Fung is up against it. Must strike in the 9th, 10th, and 11th to have any chance at all. Open play down there watching this. He's going to take an extra little breath. Another veteran move here by Keith. You got an untested bowler in Austin coming up in the 10th. Who wants to give him every chance here because you just don't know what he's going to do. Not letting himself get mentally beat. I like that. Now he's got to perform on the left. Gets it. A little bit of an Ushka look down the lane there to those 10 pins, but now he's got to regroup here on 7. The pattern he liked enough to choose to finish on it. 9 spare in the 2nd, 9 spare in the 4th, strike in the 6th. We don't want to talk about the 8th, and a re-rack here in the 10th. Big drama on a Sunday afternoon here in the old Pueblo. Giving up the best seat in the house here. Yeah, lots of extra time. Here is the shot. Walking out. 10 in the 5th. Win or lose, impressive performance out of Fung, not just because he went plus 640 to get that top seed, but mentally regrouping after disaster. In 22 years, we have seen countless top seeds do what happened to Keith and just mentally eject and give up on the match. Fung has been through this battle enough times to know that you just don't do that. Impressive either way. But still must keep it all together one more time here in the 11th. A little tighter, but he gets the 10 to tickle. Well done, young man.
Fun day.
And he puts a little, a little fist pump there as well. He wants to let Muldoon know that he is still very much alive all of a sudden. One more re-rack, which is fine. Yeah, the 1-3 a little open there. A very short count. Could also matter. So Keith trying to fill all 10 here. So Muldoon there has the 6 count in the 7th frame. So a little bit of count to play with.
Wow.
Press it out. That is absolutely brilliant. Well, spectacular recovery from Fung, and now a moment that Austin has waited many, many years for. $700 riding on this ball. First career title riding on this ball. Coach is no longer able to look. Brooklyn faced the last 2 times on this lane.
Where you
Oh boy. Two things went wrong there. He leaves himself a difficult spare and drops 3 of those 6 spins of counts he had to play with. Now he needs 7 spare 8. This is the long pattern. He's going to get a lot of skid in the middle. But there's friction outside, so he's got to guard against the chop. Nothing less than 9 counts, so he really hasn't shot anything like this in a while. If he misses it, Thumb takes it away. Hard and straight. Got it. If you are a bowler, you know exactly how good that was. If you're not a bowler, you will never understand how hard it was to make that little spare down there. But it's not over yet. 8, 9, or 10. Austin wins best in the West. 6 or less, Keith wins best in the West. A 7 count will result in a 1-ball roll-off. Which I'm not sure any of us can handle right now. Now face 7, his last 3 shots on this lane.
Good ball.
Way out. 8 is enough for a 1 win. Are you kidding me? He knew he had to trust the ball further out or it was just going to be complete disaster. He does trust it out. It could have gone either way. Instead, it's 211 to 210 for a major title for a relieved Austin Muldoon. It does not get any better than that. Good heavens. We're shaking. Big applause from an appreciative crowd. Great stuff here from Tucson. We do it all over again in Yakima, Washington next week. Colt, if you're watching, we'll see you then. Great stuff. See you next time.